Okay, welcome back to Shaving It Under. I'm Doug. It's Friday afternoon, late Friday afternoon. Today we're going to shave with an Australian, a very famous Australian soap company, Squadron. And this is their Red Lead, which is sort of a homage to Old Spice. And I'll back that up with Drake's or Darwin's interpretation of Bay Rum. And today, just to do something a bit different, I'm just going to lather straight out of the bowl, out of the container. Something different. Whoops. Instead of bowl lathering, just in case you're in a hurry to get to work or get somewhere, get to your own wedding on time, instead of lathering up in a bowl, let's go with the Old Faithful. Oh, it's not the Old Faithful, it's the Diplomat. And I believe we've got the King C Gillette blade again, and I believe it was left in the comments that these are actually Gillette Platinum blades, just rebadged, so that wouldn't surprise me. So you're wondering about the house sale, and yes, it happened. The house has been sold. We went to auction last Tuesday evening. There was a shed load of gawkers that just came to watch. Looked like lots of neighbours, lots of people in the neighbourhood. They just wanted to have a look. They had no interest in bidding, which is a little bit annoying. But in the end, 4 bidders registered, and they're all developers. So a short story long, out of the 4 developers, only 1 bid, and his opening bid was low. You got to hand it to the auctioneer, because I've never seen someone who went first, second, third, and then he dragged it out for another 5 minutes looking for someone else to bid. That was a talent in itself. And no one else bid. So he basically told the guy who was the winning bid, we did this through the auctioneer and the real estate agents, like, your bid's way too low. You've got to bring it up. And in the end, we were able to squeeze another 21,000 out of him. So let's just say it finished 30,000 under our comfortable lowest total. So the sale was done. It was just a really interesting experience, and I don't know if I really want to go there again. Like, I'm not into buying and selling houses, but it was definitely an interesting a learning curve, and yeah, we could have put it back onto the market, but if we did that, then the sale would leave our hands, and the buyer would have all the power. And for those of you who don't know, and I'll be honest, I didn't know this until Tuesday when we did the auction, is that with the beauty of the auction, although we didn't get the price we wanted, was that the sale was final, that the buyer can't come back at us and try and negotiate a lower total. So whatever failings the house or the land may have, they're now his responsibility once he takes over the ownership. I think it ends, or the handover is on the 31st of March. So basically, it was a bit of a catch-22 situation, really. We could have put it back on the market. We could have got a higher price. Outside of an auction. As I said earlier, that puts the power into the hands of the buyer. So they could go, yeah, we'll give you well above what you were hoping for. But the sale becomes all subjective to, or subjective the right word? No. But it all comes down to, building rapport. We've got this humongous effing tree out the front yard. The guy will go get a quote for that. We know the house needs to be rewired. So they're going to come back and go, right, I said I'd pay, let's say it's $670,000, for example, but I need to do this, this, and this to the house. I'm only going to offer you $570,000. So you're back to where you started with the auction, and it's going to take longer to settle. That was a bit of a slip. Hopefully there's no cut. So I was done and dusted. So hopefully by the end of March or early April we can move down to Kingston. And start a new sort of life, a new lifestyle. Hopefully one like the mortgage now isn't going to be that much smaller than what we have at the moment. It's small enough that it'll make a difference, smaller enough that it'll make a difference. But yeah, just a lot more relaxed lifestyle. You've seen from some of the photos and videos I've done, shave videos in Kingston. It's nice and quiet, pretty cruisy. So that's a really, really nice shave. I reckon I'm going to have to dig around, but I think I've got Gillette Platinum blades here, so I've got to compare really, because that was the second shave with that Gillette's King C Gillette blade. Really nice shave. Very good stuff. Went to the dentist this morning, got the clean. I was dreading it. Drilling away inside my gob. And this time around it wasn't too bad. I don't know if the dentist has got a new technique going, or he's thought maybe I've been going a bit too hard in the past. But a couple little moments there. But otherwise it was all right. And if it stays on that level, I'm a happy camper. Trust me. Had to chew on these things while they took X-rays, because he reckoned I was due for X-rays, and he said they'll come back fine. There we go. We're going to go to the Drake's Bay Rum. Put Old Spice on, the missus are going nuts. She doesn't like it at all. But this is more smoky than Old Spice. Beautiful scent. So that's it. The house is done. It's sold. Some Afghan fella got it, his family bought it. They're developers. I think he's going to sit in the house for a year or two. Just let the market settle down. Like, we basically sold 6 months too late. But, you know, that's what happens when spur of the moment decisions. She's home. Hey, babe.
Hey.
Just finishing up my vid. So, I think the son's going to stay here for a couple of years and just wait for the market to settle down. We've got interest rate rises at the moment. Wait till they plateau out, maybe drop a tad, and then I think they'll knock it down and redevelop this whole block. All right, there we go. I'll get rolling this Sunday morning in Oz, probably Saturday night in England. Brighton v Palace, the big derby, one of probably the most unusual derbies on the planet. Miles and miles and miles apart from each other. So Brighton should win, but you can't rule Palace out. They're a good team on their day. And Zaha, their main striker, can't give him any room. He'll open you up if you do. All right, I'll get going. Hope you all have a great weekend. I hope I do as well, and we'll see you soon. Ciao for now.